Hi folks, welcome to the Sabre Zone. This is the video on this channel that always discusses what you had to say and how you said it. So let's take a look. I got one. And I liked what it said. And I'll show you guys a clip. We'll talk about it a little because it's a good subject. It's a good subject. All right, here comes the clip. And a shout out goes to Dawson K. And Dawson says, was thinking into the future a bit, but if we were to get offer sheeted on someone like Olofsson, would we match or look to take the compensation? Also, is there any RFAs that we would be willing to offer sheet on? Maybe someone like Capo Caco or a Kirby Doc type of player. Dawson, I'd be surprised if we made any kind of stab for Caco right off the bat. I would be, because we'd have to really put them in. The Rangers are going to be in a bit of a mess very soon with money. Kirby Doc, I didn't realize was RFA. I'm going to have to check that after. But would we be willing to take the compensation? I think it's 50-50 because it really wouldn't leave a great taste in the mouth of the organization if Olofsson signed that. I mean, he's allowed to, don't get me wrong, he's allowed to. But if he gets like an extreme amount of money from somebody, no, we wouldn't match it. I'll tell you right now. No, we would take the compensation because the draft picks are higher. You know, mind me eventually to do a video on, we'll look at that. We'll break down the potential of an offer sheet. During the summer, remind me, and I'll get it up for you, Dawson. I think if he was offered like something like $8 million a year, no, I couldn't see us. I couldn't see us like matching it. I really couldn't. I'd be really shocked if we did. We would take the compensation. But if it's something like 5.5, you know what I mean? And he signed it, then they're kind of doing us maybe a favor because, you know, when it comes to Olofsson, yes, he got on a hot streak, but you know, he's not a 40-goal guy, he's a 20. And till he proves otherwise. And he's going to have to, like, if they're going to pay him like he's a 35-goal guy, then I'd say we really can't do it. No, because we got to protect the money, for sure. But it really depends. That all depends. Now, would we try to offer sheet? You also said, would we maybe offer sheet somebody? I don't think so. You know, it's not often. Offer sheets don't happen very often, you know, except with Montreal and Carolina. But maybe, you know, I just don't think it's in Adam's nature to do it, to be honest. Because it's one of those things that it's kind of an unwritten rule. You just don't do it, you know, you're not supposed to. And you don't want to get on the bad side of general managers, especially when, you know, you want to get on good sides of GMs. I'm sure that's part of Adam's whole thing is when he's making phone calls, he's polite with everybody. There's no backstabbing. I couldn't see Adams doing it, to be honest, you know. Now, if we did it and we took somebody from a team and I thought it was, you know, like let's say Kirby Doc, you were saying, yeah, I'd be really happy that we got him. But most of the time, teams match. Most of the time. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. You know, most of the time. I'd have to do a history on it and look at it, but it's not been that many, historically speaking, in the NHL. And I've heard stories of Brian Burke, like, you know, he wanted to go out and like get into a fist fight with certain players. I forget who it was. I think it was. Oh, God, I think it was Kessler, right? I think it was Ryan Kessler. And anyway, it is, I think, I can't remember. I'm not clear. It's not clear. It's been so long since I paid attention to offer sheets because offer sheets come up really this much a year we think about them because they rarely happen. I even forgot about offer sheets till I seen your note. You know what I mean? It's not something I think about a lot, but it's a good point because if we actually when an offer sheet some player, I think it would show that the Sabres are getting even more crazy than I thought. You know, it would be It would be something if we did, you know. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do a video, eh? Maybe I'll do a video on some players we can target with an offer sheet. That might make for a fun video, guys. Seriously. The top 10 players we can target or something, you know? Just have a little fun. But I can't see Adams doing it, to be honest, really. And I don't know. I don't see a lot of teams going to offer sheet Olofsson. I just don't see it. I mean, he had a hot 20 games this year, and really, you know, like, I mean, these teams are going to offer sheet a guy that didn't score 30 games in a row. I can't see it, really, regardless the injury or not. I mean, they look at the numbers. We're in the numbers era. Everything's about numbers. And, you know, if we did offer sheet somebody, I would hope, believe it or not, be a goalie. You know, I'd have to check on that one. You know, I might make that. I might make that video. That might be some fun. But will we see an offer sheet this year? We might see Montreal and Carolina. Maybe not, though, right now that Bergevin's gone. Maybe not. That would be some fun. What happened this year was funny with Kokiemi, you know. So I don't know. I guess that's the best answer I can give you. I really don't know. But it would be fun to get in the middle of some controversy a little. It would be fun. But if it happens to us, see, I just hope that it's not a pride thing, you know, and we're just protecting our own only. We have to look at this realistically and say, listen, he didn't have to sign this. He decided to sign us to twist our hand into this. So they have to have meetings on it after, decide, look at the amount, all of it, you know. If say just out of the blue, somebody offers him 5 years at $8 million a year, no, absolutely no. Now, if it was Tage Thompson, okay, that's, you know, where we got to get that extension done long before the end of next year, or there will be some offer sheets for Tage Thompson. That I can guarantee you. Yeah, he's got 1 year left, right? So if we don't get Tage locked up, there's a prime target for an offer sheet. That's a prime target. And he would get a massive deal from some big rich team for sure. And then we'll be in a mess. So I'm hoping that the Sabres lock him in, get him with a number that he's very comfortable with for the rest of his career, at least till the later stages of his career, and do right by him and say, look, you know, this kind of will, I'm sure, take care of you for life, and this will take care of us also if we do this amount, you know, and come up with a fair number, hopefully, and that all of us can live with and say, you know, because I think Tage is going to have a big year next year, and I think he's going to be in for a pretty big raise, and we're going to have to look at it then. That's going to be a little stressful because that's when that security blanket of having cap open kind of starts to disappear, right? As these kids get older, we start to lose that security blanket, and we got to really rely on what we have here, signed here. And that's why, believe it or not, that's why these draft picks are so important. When you get ahead of all that, you know, once all that's done and then something doesn't work out, and, you know, like Jack wanted to move and all this and that, like, get them locked in, because then they're your assets. I don't think Olofsson will get one, but if he does, it depends on how much. You know, if it's 5, we'll match it. If it's 6, I don't know. It's kind of like a slap in the face to the organization. It is, if he signs. Because when a player signs that, you know, he doesn't have to sign it. He can say, I'm in negotiations right now, you know. And this kind of pressures the player ahead of time to secure his money. And if Olofsson was to sign an offer sheet, I'd be open-minded to moving him and taking the compensation. I would be. Any player, to be honest. We're trying to build a foundation of players here that want to stay here and be here. It's not all about the damn money. It can't always be about the money, because all these guys are making a lot of money even right now. And the way I'm looking at it, guys, is down the stretch here in the near future is we're going to have one hell of a team, but they're going to cost. And yes, we're going to be way up in the top 10 then by that point in salary. But let's get it right. Let's not lock in guys to the dumbest deals. Let's not lock them in because of pride issues and like, oh, you're not doing this to one of ours. And we have to look at the number. You know, if somebody offers a huge amount of money, I don't know, maybe 6. You know, like when it comes to Olofsson, I don't know what to think. I'm not one of these guys that I'm sold. No, I need to see him healthy, a straight healthy year of 30, 35 goals at least. That, at least. And a consistent year, and a year where he's more physical. I want to see all of it. I want to see the whole package with Olofsson, what he's capable of. What I've seen down the stretch. I've seen some mean in him down the stretch. Finally. I've seen some nasty come out of him, which was nice to see. Finally. First time in his career. And so I'm happy about that. So we'll see. But my guess is, no, I don't think he'll get an offer sheet. If he does, it'll make for one hell of a video, and I guarantee that we'll all have to look at it and decide, what do we think, even as fans? Do we do this? Do we really do this, you know? Depends on the amount. All right, that's my best answer. Sorry, Dawson. That's it. All right, see you guys in the next one.